For most of human history, people died from plague, famine, and war. Today, drowning in endless entertainment, we are quietly dying of the opposite, boredom. And the strangest part, the weapon is sitting in your pocket right now, glowing, patient, waiting for you to pick it up one more time. To see how a phone can kill you with boredom, you first have to understand what boredom actually is, because it is not what you think. Boredom is not having nothing to do. You can be surrounded by 1,000 options and still feel it. Boredom is your brain craving a level of stimulation it is not getting. And at the center of that craving sits one tiny chemical, dopamine. Most people call it the pleasure chemical. They're wrong. Dopamine is the chemical of wanting, of seeking. It does not spike when you get the reward. It spikes before, when your brain predicts a reward might be coming. It is the engine that made us hunt, build, and explore. And for millions of years, earning that dopamine took real effort, a hunt, a harvest, a long, hard climb. Then we built a machine that hands it to you instantly, infinitely, for free. The feed, every video, every like, every scroll drips a little dopamine into your brain. And your brain loves it at first. But your brain has one rule above all others: balance. Whatever you flood it with, it adapts to. It quietly turns the volume down to protect itself. So the more hits you give it, the more it dulls the response. Your baseline, the stimulation you need just to feel normal, slowly creeps higher and higher. And here is where it turns dark. Once your baseline is sky high, everything below it starts to feel like nothing at all. A walk outside, a real book, a conversation with someone who loves you. Things that used to be more than enough now feel unbearably, painfully flat. And short-form video pours gasoline on the fire. It trains your brain to expect a brand new thrill every few seconds. Swipe, new face. Swipe, new joke. Swipe, new world. Your brain learns that relief from boredom is never more than one flick of a thumb away. But attention is a muscle. Feed it only quick, easy hits. And the muscle you need for deep, slow focus quietly wastes away. You start a movie and reach for your phone. You read a page and absorb nothing. You cannot even stand in an elevator anymore without pulling it out. Now the trap snaps into a loop. You feel a flicker of boredom. You reach for the hit. The hit raises your baseline. So the next boredom comes faster and hits harder. Around and around, all day, every day. And slowly, you are training your brain into one terrible state, bored by everything that is not a screen. This is what dying of boredom really means. Not some dramatic end, a slow gray fade where nothing in real life feels worth doing anymore. And it is not harmless. Chronic boredom and understimulation are linked to anxiety, depression, impulsive risk-taking, and even worse, physical health. A bored brain is a desperate brain. It will grab almost any escape you hand it. And the easiest escape on earth is always the one glowing in your pocket. But now the twist that changes everything. Boredom was never your enemy. It is one of the most important states your brain can ever be in. When you are bored and you do not instantly escape it, your mind begins to wander. And that flips on a network neuroscientists call the default mode. It is your brain's daydream engine. It links distant memories, chews on old problems, and quietly invents your best and strangest ideas. Almost every breakthrough you have ever had arrived in a bored, idle moment. The shower, the walk, the long drive, never once in the feed. Boredom is also where drive is born. It is the restless nudge that whispers, go make something, go change something, numb the boredom, and you numb the nudge. So the real cure for boredom is not more stimulation, it is less. You have to let your baseline fall back down to earth. Be bored on purpose. Leave the phone in another room. Do slow, hard, boring things. Let the silence feel uncomfortable, because that discomfort is your brain healing. Do it long enough, and something quietly miraculous happens. A walk feels good again. A book pulls you in. The world, gray for so long, slowly turns its color back on. Follow for more.